My third and final lesson also comes from my graduate school days. This one from a week or so after I started at Harvard. When I was admitted to the clinical psychology program at Harvard, I was convinced that Harvard had just made an admission terrible mistake. So my first few weeks were uncomfortable and anxious ones, looking around at my fellow students and trying to figure out where I stood in relation to them and whether I belonged there at all. Hoping to cover this up, my feelings of insecurity, I tried my hardest to impress the faculty with what I thought were my brilliant Harvard questions, with my newly acquired Harvard overconfidence, and my newly acquired Harvard polish and poise. And then there was the day when I was carrying my laundry up Mount Auburn Street from my apartment to the laundromat. It was one of those steamy September days. I was sweating and dressed in my laundromat clothes, and I don't even think they were my best laundromat clothes. And there I was, struggling on the sidewalk with 2 heavy bags of laundry. I was new in the neighborhood. I was confused. I was miserable. I was lost. I heard someone approaching me and asked him for help. Horror of horrors. It was the chair of my department at Harvard. Another bad day. And lesson number 3. It turns out that you cannot die from embarrassment. If what keeps you from taking a risk, graduates and others, and going after what you want is that you are afraid that you might be embarrassed, get over it. If I was not thrown out of my department for being lost and confused on the streets of Cambridge in my laundromat clothes, I wasn't. If I did not die from the embarrassment that day, I didn't, then neither will you. Life is to be lived, and that involves putting ourselves, more often than not, in situations that are sometimes not so perfect, or cozy, or comfortable. Life is to be lived. And so to you, the teachers and other staff and administration that have overseen these graduates' education, and to you, the parents and grandparents, sisters and brothers who have supported these graduates, and to you, the graduating class of 2010, who have worked so hard to reach this day with grace and with pride, congratulations to all.